Good day, welcome to Eana's kitchen. Today I'll be making Guyanese-style boiled chana. In other words, chana is also known as chickpeas. So I'll be using 2 cans of Bush's garbanzo beans, otherwise known as chickpeas, black pepper, a little bit of sugar, some salt, 1 medium-sized chopped onion, and about 4 stalks of green onion all chopped up. One other key ingredient to this recipe is the use of jeera. Jeera is an Indian spice. In the US, it's otherwise known as cumin. So if you've never heard of jeera, if you go to your local supermarket or a local Indian supermarket store, look for cumin. And that's what we use in this recipe. So to get started, make sure your pan is heated. I usually use some Pam spray. So I try to make this as healthy as possible. Once this pan is heated, let's heat it up. And once it's heated for a little bit, I'll add the onions and the green onions to cook. Okay? And then we'll let these fry up a little bit, and then we'll add the other ingredients. So now that our green onions and onions are all frying up, just allow this to cook down for a minute or two. Right? So we have this here. Next, I'm going to add the beans, the garbanzo beans, or the chickpeas. Both cans. Make sure the chana is drained before you add it. And you just mix it up a bit. Next, I will add about a tablespoon of the jeera. You can see this powder. This is kind of dark, very aromatic. Very aromatic. Okay. If you add a little bit less or a little bit more, doesn't really matter. You're all going to get the taste. Just mix this up a bit. Allow this to cook. Next, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of black pepper. Okay, you just sprinkle that. Allow it to cook. And then I will add half a tablespoon of brown sugar. And half a teaspoon of salt, because the canned chana is already salted, but we still need to add some more salt for taste. Okay, now let's mix everything up. And what I like to do, some of the brands of the chickpeas or the chana tend to be a bit tougher. So I like to add some water to this, about a 1/4 cup. Right? Stir this. And what the water is going to do is that when we cover it, it's going to tend to boil and steam the chana some more to make it a bit more tender. And for people who like spicy, you can also add some hot pepper to this. But here, I'm not really used to that much spice. But as you can imagine, you can add other things to it as well. So just cover this. Keep it on about medium-high. And check it intermittently. Like, we'll check it in another 5 minutes to see how much liquid or how much water is still in the pan. And check the softness of the chana. Cooking down nicely. Just stir it. So as you can see, most of the water is already cooked down. And cooking the chana in this way also allows the flavor of the onions and the green onions to infuse into the peas itself. I like to cook it until the bottom of the pan, or the chana and the onions start to stick to the bottom of the pan, and that's when I know it's finished. Okay, I think this is finished now. So we turn the heat off, and here we have the finished product. Guyanese boiled chickpeas. Enjoy!